This is a long one. TLDR at the bottom, take yourself back to November 2024. What were you doing? I was on a school trip to Barcelona. We'll include a picture of my camera roll if needed to back this up. The final school trip I would ever take. It was the third day of our trip. We walked from that Spanish village, literally called Spanish Village lol place with the umbrellas, down to this shopping strip, where Casa Batlló is, which is around an hour and a half of slow walking, which is a LOT for a group of lazy, exhausted teenagers, but we needed to waste time before dinner at our hotel that night. Person female. I am a type 1 diabetic, and at this point, my diabetes was managed shockingly badly, meaning this whole walk my blood sugars were hitting those high 20 due to the fact I was sharing sweets and drinks with my friend. Everyone knows that walking for a long time in heat makes you thirsty and sweaty. My fellow diabetics will agree that walking in 30+ degree heat with rising high blood sugar, sugary drinks, and zero fucks about it. I was ready to kill a man for water and a lie down, anything. I know I could have asked my teacher, but I didn't want to be awkward and hold the group back, and by this point I really didn't care that much about my blood sugars. Again, I was desperate for a drink. All I had was those massive Lipton iced tea bottles and full sugar Red Bull, but again, I would have done despicable things for a sip of water, so I took them. And for the final time, my fellow diabetics will agree that the urge to go to the toilet when you have high blood sugars cannot be ignored. On this hour walk, I stopped for a toilet 4 times. I did not want to make people stop a 5th. Eventually, we reached our destination, and in the distance, beyond the Lululemons and the Sephoras, sat a place I could only describe as heaven on a street. McDonald's. Me and my friend legged it to salvation and lined up for the toilet, and after we finished, I decided to buy myself some water to sustain the thirst till I get back to my room. So after putting an obscene amount of water bottles into my basket, I saw something on the menu that made my mouth water with need: a large sugar-free McDonald's Fanta. I quickly learned that in Barcelona, some places don't put lids on your drinks. But even if they had, I don't think it would have spared this poor man. But since we were in a rush, we sped to the nearest table to start loading drinks into our bags. I don't actually remember this next part. I completely blacked out, but my heart still races thinking about it. So this has been told back to me through several retellings every time someone brings up the drink Fanta. However, as me and my friend were speeding through the crowd, someone pushed past us and nudged my friend, who nudged me, which sent the large, uncovered, freezing cold drink all over this poor bald man and his innocent daughter. It was like a tidal wave. I should have stayed. I should have apologized. I should have offered to clean. I should have done anything except start legging it, still holding the tray of water bottles and shouting for my friend to just run. We make it to the rest of our group and watch as security men from the nearby shops start looking for us. My friend is crying, laughing, and I'm laughing out of sheer confusion. Again, I blacked out. Once we tell our teacher, she bins the tray and pushes us to the bus stop, hiding me and my friend in the middle just in case. And thus why I am known as fantastic to certain people in my life. To that poor man, I am sorry. I think of you every time I relax, every time I get a moment alone. I wonder if you ever think about the time you got a shower of Fanta in the middle of Barcelona, and if you can now look back on it in humor the same way my friends can, yet I struggle to. TLDR, I got thirsty, greedy, and reckless. An innocent bystander got a cold shower. I get grief from everyone in my life since that moment.